Hey there! Welcome back to another episode of our /Reddit Relationships. In today's video, should I ask for a paternity test? Feeling insecure as fuck skeptical. Wife and I have been married for 2 years, and currently she is about 6 months pregnant. I am 24, and she is currently 22. Around the time she got pregnant, she went to a trip to Miami with her 2 other girlfriends, both single. I wasn't fully comfortable with her going at the time, but I didn't want to come off as a controlling husband. Ever since she came back, I've been feeling insecure as fuck. Now that we are having a kid on the way, my insecurity is only getting worse. Recently, I have been watching the Paternity/lie detector show, and the idea got into my head that the son my wife is having might not be mine. Should I ask for a paternity test? Knowing exactly what she did in Miami. Skeptical edit 1 from what people hear. And my good friend has told me is that if I signed the birth certificate, it is really hard to remove my name, even if I have not the father. The main problem is that our whole family is going to be here in a month. So if we do talk about the paternity test, it's best to do it before they all came at it to one. My wife's friends are really slowly, which is what made me uncomfortable and insecure. On top of that, I told her not to get wasted when she went down there. First night there, she calls me wasted to the people that say so. What if it isn't your kid? Seriously, I am not going to be some cuckold and loser. 3 women can guarantee their maternity, and men can't be sure. So please, if you are a woman commenting on this thread, please keep that in mind. For I know I am insecure. I don't know who wouldn't be in my situation. I wish I wasn't as insecure. I went against my own inhibitions. When I told my wife, I didn't mind her going to Florida. I tried to make myself better, but I am not perfect. And it's free. To those saying my wife did nothing wrong. Yeah, she didn't. But in all fairness, going to Miami with her single friends is not appropriate for a married woman. When my single friends invited me to go clubbing with them or bar hopping late in the night, I refused them because I am considerate of my wife. I am going to talk to my wife about my feelings, and I will post an update in 2 to 3 days. Thank you all for those that responded. Edit for I stated in the title feeling insecure as fuck, more than aware that I am insecure and my feelings aren't rational. Don't understand why people are being so nasty in the comment section though, from what I am reading. I am guessing 90% of you guys have not been in a relationship because I don't know who has this fantasy 100% trust. I love my wife and no, I don't want to break up with her. But my subconscious has been right before. You can always wait and have one done secretly after the kid is born. It's dishonest, but playing this close to your chest will help hedge your bets against upsetting your marriage for no reason. On a side note, you might want to reevaluate your situation if you're starting a family with a woman who you don't feel you can trust. I thought about that. But aren't there legal forms I need to go through that involve consent of the mom and the dad? You don't need any consent from the mother? No, the test is a cheek swab thing. It's not invasive really, but if you're seriously worried, it is better to get it done sooner than later, both for emotional and financial reasons. No. In fact, CVS and other major drugstore sell take-home DNA paternity tests. No, they're not admissible in court. But if it comes back not as a match, you have your answer. I'm sure you could find one online and mail that shit in on your own. Is there any way we can nominate paternity tests for the next FAQ Friday post? It seems like this issue could do with an objective discussion. Because every time it comes up in a specific scenario post, the thread just devolves into men saying it sucks. But it's understandable. And the only way to get peace of mind in women saying that's insulting, you should just trust us while throwing insults at the app. I can add it to my list, but I try to space them out, so there aren't redundant topics. Maybe in a few weeks. I have my FAQ Friday posts written out already for tomorrow. Can any of you ladies in this thread find an argument for this guy not to get this paternity test that doesn't involve your fucking feelings? To quote modern-day poet Kanye West, 18 years, and on her 18th birthday, he found out it wasn't his, for what it's worth. You've got my sympathy. I almost wound up raising another guy's kid after my wife cheated on me. The kind of trust people are talking about in this thread is great in fantasy and fiction. In reality, it's incredibly common for people to cheat. Same with people getting pregnant while doing so and trying to pass it off as someone else's. And a lot of the replies from women in this thread, Christ. It reads like a discussion of rape where men talk about how a woman needs to just grow up and get over it. It's amazing how callous some people can get when their biology means they'll probably never have to personally deal with the issue in question. This is something involving two people. Both of their emotional and material needs are equally important. You can't just tell one to suck it up, or that they don't matter in relation to the other. Thank you, bro. Seriously, I bet 90% of the people here never had a relationship before trying to make me feel like I'm the first guy to ever have trust issues. Seriously, dude, worst fucking place to ask this question. Reddit is filled with a young blue pill betas that don't understand women at all. B feminists that are in full denial of what modern women are. This is a recipe for disaster. I would be worried too if my wife called me wasted on vacation with her slitty single friends at a bar/club, came back home, and was pregnant within the next few weeks. Just trust your gun, dude. It knows better than fucking red. It is what your situation is. Also, my advice is to call your wife out on it. Talk to her. Say straight up, listen, I've got something serious to talk about. I'm worried that the baby might not be mine. This is why she will flip out. And when she does, then you can talk about your trust issues. If she loves you, this isn't going to destroy your marriage. Marriage is about fighting through the tough times, not failing when things get tough. Also, my advice is to call your wife out on it. Talk to her. Say straight up, listen, I've got something serious to talk about. I'm worried that the baby might not be mine. This is why, yes, he should do this, but he should talk to a lawyer first. It is very possible that this conversation with his wife could cause her to break up with him. It would be best to talk with a lawyer as soon as possible. Yeah, many of the comments are from people I suspect have never been in a serious relationship before. I know there were a lot of stupid responses, but I did find some good informative stuff, as well. Not signing birth certificate. Yeah, man, don't feel ashamed from all the shaming that is going on here. Clearly you have trust issues, except that that isn't something to be fucking shameful about. Though, it is a natural reaction clearly since you can feel it in your gut. Take the good info, ignore the shaming, and proceed from there. I was married for several years, and my ex-wife had an affair with one of my friends. Her affair led to our divorce. Unfortunately, some women are complete assholes. You need to protect yourself. It is very likely that this child isn't yours. I strongly suggest that you talk to a lawyer as soon as possible. Depending on where you live, there might be specific laws and guidelines regarding contesting this child's paternity. You need to talk to a lawyer in order to find out everything that you need to do to contest this. You do not want to pay child support for 18 years for a child that isn't yours. The way I see it, either you're paranoid or you're right. If you're paranoid, she deserves to know. So go for it and ask, that way she can get out while she still can get a lawyer for the custody stuff. Don't compromise, demand half custody from the start. And if she wants to breastfeed, ask for half custody as soon as the kid can take table food 1 year, and ask that she deal with a relationship beyond that point. If you're right, you deserve to know, so go for it and ask good luck. It's really alarming how threads involving paternity/men finding out the children they pay for/raise aren't actually theirs are swarmed with women questioning the intentions of the man as if they're somehow at fault. This isn't something you'll understand, ladies. No man wants to live with the fact that their wife/significant other fucks some other guy, and now he has to raise some child that isn't his. No matter how many baseless emotions you throw into this, you'll never understand, because the woman who births the child is still the parent, while the man is expected to simply get over the fact that his wife cheated on him, and that now there's some child that he must support, and if he doesn't do this, he's a soulless abomination deadbeat. You have no authority or standing in these kinds of discussions. If a guy wants to find out that his wife/girlfriend/significant other is carrying another man's child, he has the right to do so. And he should have the right to drop her like the garbage if it isn't his child she's carrying. I am definitely going to ask her for the test. As many people here have said, I won't be signing any papers. I am going to talk to her about it tomorrow. I'll post an update. I wish you well. I am of the opinion that paternity tests should be mandatory, but I can't see this going well. If she didn't cheat, she will be massively hurt. If she did, she'll kick up a fuss regardless. Just do a peace mind test privately after the kid is born. No one else has to know you're testing. Let's move on to my thoughts and advice for the person that is dealing with this problem. It's good that you plan to talk to your wife about your feelings. Honest and open communication is vital in any relationship, especially when dealing with such concerns. Trust is essential in a relationship, and it's clear that you're struggling with trust issues. While your feelings are valid, it's crucial to remember that trust should ideally be the foundation of any partnership. If you decide to ask for a paternity test, it's important to approach the topic delicately. Express your feelings and concerns honestly, but also be prepared for her reaction. It's possible that she might feel hurt or offended by the request. Consult with a lawyer before taking any further steps. Depending on your jurisdiction, there may be legal implications to consider, especially if you're worried about potential child support obligations. Consider seeking couples counseling to address your trust issues and improve your communication. A trained therapist can help both of you navigate this challenging situation. If you do decide to proceed with a paternity test, ensure that it's done with the utmost privacy and confidentiality to avoid unnecessary conflicts with family and friends. Ultimately, your feelings of insecurity are understandable, but it's essential to handle this situation with care and empathy for your wife's feelings as well. Seeking professional guidance, both legal and emotional, can be beneficial as you work through these issues together. I wish you the best of luck moving forward. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to today's stories. If you enjoyed listening, please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, comment below with your thoughts on what happened. Take care.